Hi everyone, this is Kay for Corey, and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back and welcome new viewers. Thank you for joining with me today on this video. We're going to do a general reading for the collective again, and we're going to start with the wisdom of the Oracle to get a little bit of overall energy here. Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, thank you so much for enveloping me in your beautiful wings of angelic guidance, protection, and love. Please guide and assist me today to help the general or the collective understand their tarot forecast, what's going on in their love lives, and just their life overall. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have that the collective want to and need to know today? Friday, February the 16th, 2024. Okay, first one, here and now. Okay, so you are hanging out in the here and now, trying to, or at least being guided to. And you're cleaning up your act in the here and now. Wow, that's incredible, guys. That really is. And I'm very, very proud of you, because what that's saying is that if you aren't, you are like definitely spending time trying to focus on what you can do right now to change your outcomes, right? Your future. By focusing on what's going on with you inside of you right now, dealing with the here and now, you're cleaning up your some old beliefs. You're clearing out some old beliefs, some old fears, some old conditioning from childhood that you've been operating from, that have resulted in like operating as in you're doing things that would actually be reflective of fearing something, that you're going to lack-mindedness, that you're not going to be able to achieve. You don't feel worthy, maybe you don't feel confident enough, just something that it shows up that you're not doing certain things. You're not doing certain things, the things that you really want to do and you desire to do, because you have these old fears about maybe feeling abandoned, rejected, and not worthy, not to be seen by others in a favorable light. And so I feel like there's some old beliefs that you really haven't taken seriously before. Pardon me, a fuzz flying around. That you haven't really taken seriously, like really thought about. And the reason for that is because it's a kind of belief that it's been conditioned into you from childhood, that you just don't want to know that about yourself. You don't want to know that the reason why you feel a lack of confidence in certain areas of your life, like a relationship, like love life, is because you weren't ever really close with your parent, whichever, the opposite sex, or just with your parents. And you just didn't learn how to become intimately close. And I don't mean intimately in sexual way at all. I don't mean that at all. I mean that in being able to be present in a relationship, to actually be present. Your consciousness is right here in the here and now, and not thinking about something that you left at work when you got home for the night, before you go to bed. There's your spouse. You might both be doing it too, but you're not really communicating. You're not really intimately engaging with each other, being present with each other, because your mind is so used to thinking about the past, thinking about things that you just did today, and then thinking about the future, about what it is that you may need to concern yourself with today or worry about today, which is like, it doesn't make sense. But we do it all, okay? All of us do it. But we worry about some future event that hasn't even happened, and it may not even happen. So the time we spent worrying about it or concerning ourselves about it, stressing out, is like, it's kind of like it's useless. It's useless energy. It's useless putting that kind of stress on our bodies, because let's face it, whenever we're worried or concerned, that stress always presents itself in the body somewhere. And it may not show up for quite a few years, but it's there nonetheless. That energy of that stress today about something in the future is going to show up. It's good. Like, if we could look in our body, and there are people who have got that sight of their medical intuitives, or they see energy in colors, in different colors, and certain areas of the body have a certain color associated with them, particularly like this chakra center. So the root chakra, you know, from your feet up to like your hips or the top of your legs is red. Okay, from your top of your legs to your you know, just below your abdomen is the sacral one, and that's orange. Then the the belly, your abdominal area, is all yellow, because that's the solar plexus. And then the heart is a soft green, and like your chest area is soft green, your throat area is like a sky blue color, and then your third eye area, you know, your head and your forehead there is between your mouth and your forehead, top of your head is a indigo color, like a purplish blue. And then from that is the top of your head and up, and that's the crown chakra, which is purple. So all our bodies, and then if there's dis-ease in any part of your body, these people who can see these auras, these energies of color, they'll see it as black. You know, they might see it as black, something close to the color black, if not completely black. But that means because there's not enough like purified energy, like a happy energy, a loving energy of feeling peace and calm. It lacks in that particular area. It could be like your kidneys or something like that. So in the back, on one side of your body or both, the person will pick up that energy color, and they'll know that there's problems with your kidneys. So they'll say that, and you might have heard about these things, but yeah, there are people who can actually very much see that energy, and they use their inner eye, their third eye, and just the energy, feeling it, knowing it. Like if they're around you, they don't even have to be around you. They can do this. They can do this across. Like they can do this. You know, distant. That's it. Distant assessment and distant healing. Very much real. So anyways, guys, if you're not getting yourself into the here and now, and you're more focused on things from the past, it could be just like as early as earlier today while you're at work, or further back, it could be like last month, or it could be like 10 years or more ago, whatever. If there's something that still comes up in your mind and it causes you to stop and pause and think about it, then that's the past that's haunting you basically, and you're not in the here and the now, in the present moment, which means we can't be present we're not present within ourselves, let alone be present with anybody else that we claim to love, right? That we are trying to spend time with. We're not present to them, because even though they'll be talking to you, you could be going, and you might be picking up a word or two of what they're saying. You kind of get the gist of what they're talking about. Maybe they talked about it like 10 million times already, or it's something new. But you're not really present there, because you got your mind on something that you need to do in the future, or something that has been already done. And relationships struggle because of that. All right, so you might have a challenge in being present, being intimately engaging from a present conscious level with your love partner, because you got things to clean up that from your past. When you were a kid, your parents weren't ever really present with you. They bossed you around a lot. They might have acknowledged you because you didn't pick up your socks on your way in from school. you know, things like that. They'll talk to you when it's absolutely necessary. They might spend time with you when it's absolutely necessary. But as far as just doing it because they can, and they got the time to do it, you may have felt like you were a burden to them, or that they just didn't acknowledge you, and you just felt like you must have been unworthy. You know, to some level, you might have felt you're unworthy. And if it wasn't your parents, it's someone else that was significant to you. So this is just an example. So the time is now to really clean up those old conditions, because what these tarot card readings are saying is that right now, right here, right now, you're perfectly. We're perfect as souls, but not as human beings. But you're perfectly worthy. Just put it that way, and you're perfectly loved unconditionally by who. I say who. That really matters, and that is the divine that's within us, our souls. Our souls love us unconditionally. That's God within all of us. Our souls, and the sooner you get on board with that and take that in as a new belief, a belief that is worthy of keeping and holding on to, that you'll never go wrong with a belief system like that. You never go wrong. You walk in your life fully understanding how worthy you are, how divinely loved and accepted and supported and protected you are. Woo, ducky, yes. You are definitely walking on two legs that not a lot of people walk on, with that kind of confidence and certainty. Okay, but you do that, and life, you've cleaned yourself out. You cleaned up your fears. That subconscious mind of fears, that cesspool down there, all these layers and layers of muck over top of that beautiful shining soul that loves you unconditionally. You've been pulling those fears back and having a look at them and saying, nope, I don't believe that anymore. Yeah, I need to look at this one a little bit longer. I need to consider this one a little bit longer. You just keep doing that, over time. You keep doing that. Next thing you know, the more and more layers you pull off over top of what your light would be, which is your soul, the more that your light can shine through you, from out of your heart and into your life. And I said, okay, I looked up a Billy Ocean song because I couldn't remember what the lyrics were that I was trying to say. Get out of my dreams and into my car. So get out of what fantasy would be and into my reality. Get out of my fantasy of, I don't think it's good enough for me, but now I'm seeing that it's good enough for me. Then therefore I need to make sure I believe it long enough that I'm good enough for it, so that it comes out of my dreams and actually manifests in my life or in your car, whichever. But get out of my dreams and into my car is what Billy Ocean sings about this girl. Yeah, that he has run into, and he's spotted her, and he's seen that, oh, that's the girl of my dreams, right? So out of my dreams and into my car. That's what you want to do. You're cleaning it up. You're cleaning your subconscious mind up. You're allowing the here and now to be your main focus. What can I do right now? What can I do right now? And if it's nothing, fine. But if it's something you can do, then, if you feel like the divine is guiding you to do that, then by all means do it. And doing it as soon as you can, with complete conviction and dedication to the task at hand, whatever that is. But the divine is trying to tell you that if you want to follow your desires, if there's somebody you want to be with, if there's something you want to do in your life, if there's a career or a degree you want to go after, if you want to become a chef, just do it. Focus on what you can do today, and let the future come into today on its own, without you putting your thoughts and projecting your fears onto your future. Let it flow. Let your future just come into today. So today your future is, so tomorrow is a future day. Let tomorrow be what it is when it comes into today. if that makes sense. Yeah, it's not easy to wrap your brain around this kind of stuff, but we can do it. Oops, I guess we got our 3 cards. I was just looking at past, here and now, and future. I was just looking at that, and these 3 cards popped out. It has the past going that way, the future going that way, and we're in the here and now right between it. What does it say on that flag? You are here. Oh, okay, you are here. That's what it says. So which one are we talking about? I think it's like, this is the past, this is the now, and this is the near future. That's how I see those cards have fallen out, without really even looking at it much. But the yarn in the past is being tangled up, problems and complications, circumstances, all tied up. A conundrum, being strung along, strung along, puzzled, feeling hassled and unraveling at the seams, right? Yeah, so there was a time before the here and now that things were really quite challenging for you. The circumstances had you all tied up to the point where you felt like you just couldn't move. You might have even felt paralyzed for a while. But you have now, with this whole idea of cleaning yourself up, staying in the here and now to do that, you're actually aging like a good wine here. You're alchemizing, you're transforming yourself, you're ripening, you're aging well, you're developing over time. The good stuff is on it's coming up in you, the good stuff, because you're removing those layers of, like I call this, the subconscious mind, the cesspool, until we clean it up. The cesspool, removing all that grunge of fears and really outdated beliefs that don't serve for our highest good or the highest good of anybody. And our attitudes and opinions are all down there covering up our beautiful shining light of who we are, who we really are. We clean that up, and then it's bada bing, bang bang. Yeah, fireworks, passion, chemistry, lust, desire, kiss, celebrate, happiness, exhilaration, a new year or new life, excitement, explosive, hot sex. Yeah, great things come. Remember yesterday was the Treasure Island? Treasure Island, was it? Treasure Island. Yeah. We go right, we clean up right now, we go right now, we ascend right now. And as we're walking towards our door, the doorway that's opening for us, because we're ascending our vibration, we're ascending from 3D low vibration to the 5D and higher, where the heart resonates and lives. Bringing the heart and love into your focus, the here and now. Cleaning up your ego, putting it all back down there, letting it rest, letting your ego rest. Give it a break. Yeah, give it a holiday, right? Tell your ego that they're going to be able to take off 3 months respite. And by the time 3 months comes up, you won't even remember who your ego is, if you know what I'm saying. So your ego might knock at the door. Can I come back to work, boss? And you're going like, who are you? Just kidding. Okay, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, can you please tell us about the past with the yarn? We have the coffin. Makes good sense. And we have the Queen of Cups here. Wow, all right. So let's talk about the present day with wine, developing over time, ripening and transforming. Oh, we got 2 cards there. I shall want one more, I think. Okay, we have the fox, the dice, and abundance. Wow, that's Holy Spirit to me. Abundance. 39 was a favorite number of mine when I was a kid. It's a strange number to have as a favorite number, don't you think? Okay. Let's see near future with fireworks, please. Archangel Michael. Thank you. We've cleaned ourselves up. I have the rider, that was out yesterday. And we have the mice. Wow. Great news coming in fast. Excuse me. With talk about loss, right? Destruction, damage, loss, feeling. I'm going to look up to see if there's any more adjectives that can help describe what the mice is that it relates to this. Because I don't like the idea that the mice came out. It could be that, I don't know, good news is, it's not good news if you feel like you've lost something. Okay? It's not. If it's something you wanted, not good news. But if it's something you didn't want and you lost it, is it really a loss? Okay, these have been shuffled. Archangel Michael, the past. Dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Woohoo. Okay, present day. Rat, someone working against you behind your back. Yeah, that looks like, yep, okay. Sorry, I was listening to a sound. Yeah, near future. Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Vine. Yeah. I got to get on the vine whatever. Okay. Now, Archangel Michael Tarot cards, please. That will help us pull this rather lovely reading together for the collective. Please and thank you. Past with the yarn. That cute little kitten. The sarcophagus, the coffin, and the lady number 1 here, the Queen of Hearts or Cups, and the dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So I still don't know really if this is masculine or feminine. I'm just leaving it open for now. We have the Emperor, all right. I wanted to pull this one, 4 of coins. Why did I pull that one? I don't know. Okay. And why not, right? What's so bad about pulling the top card? Okay, so present day with wine, the fox, the dice, the fish, and the rat. Jeez, okay. Oops. We got the 5 of coins. And we have the sun, enlightenment, expansion, enlightenment, coming to see what it is that you're feeling lost about here. Lack-mindedness. All right. Someone working against you behind your back. Okay, so fireworks, please, for the near future with the messenger card, the mice, and the vine. Seek out information that will help you. Your future. It looks like you might be going on a fact-finding mission. I don't know. The King of Coins, Pentacles. Yeah. And this one wants to come out, and it's the 9 of Pentacles. That's you. Knight of Pentacles. Let's see. King of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is on his own. He's on his own. Okay. I am going to have to say we're reading for a masculine. Sorry, ladies. But, maybe you're the cross watcher. You get something out of this. Okay, so let's go. You're a cross watcher, you're masculine. The person you're interested in was all tangled up in the past, okay? But masculine, you were all tangled up in the past. You had a lot of problems. There were circumstances that were beyond your control for a while that just caused a conundrum for you. It confused you. You were feeling a little puzzled and you were unraveling at the seams. Really, you're just stressed to the max. Stressed to the max. And I think that what I'm seeing here is that while you were while you were married, not an emperor at the higher vibe, but just a married man, while you were married, and very much, focused on earning a living, like living, making money, working hard, making money, investing it, using it, living off of it, making more money. Just that kind of focus of worldly focus, right? With not much of a focus on doing things that you may feel like you were destined to be somebody who deals with, not that one, this one, who deals with finances, right? You may feel like that, and fair enough. If you're really good at it, why wouldn't it make you feel like that? However, that's a world goal. That's an ego goal. A goal that says, work hard, get all that you can from your hard work. Try to excel, make more money. That way, more money means more safety and security for you and your family. That you can go into retirement comfortably and still live pretty well. Yeah, because of the money that you have been able to amass during your time working hard and using your money in a way to make it grow. Yeah, so when we're so focused on money, oftentimes what happens is we end up doing things where we will take advantage of a certain situation, and it may not be exactly legal, or it may not be, or it may go against, taking it from someone else having the opportunity, or if it was for them, but somehow we, through a loop, we're able to snagglepuss it. Yeah, but during that time when you are so focused, collective, masculine, yeah, to tell you, there's been somebody that's been thinking about you from afar. A distant friend is thinking about you. That is this lady here, the Queen of Cups. But you're so stressed out that while you were married and had this focus, that you pushed her away. You pushed her away. And you were married to somebody else too. Come on. So you were in a situation where you had somebody who would let you know, who you knew existed. Okay, they might have even contacted you from time to time, but you knew they existed, and you knew that they had feelings for you. But with this kind of worldly focus, the 3D level, lower vibe focus, without considering like the heart, like without that balance, right? Where you're married to your heart too, like at the symbolic level or the abstract or the spiritual level, you're in partnership with your heart, and so you're living your life. And that rainbow card was really great yesterday. It was like two paths, two rainbows going across the sky, and you don't see the pot of gold at the end, but you can see that it's your heart and your mind following the path together, parallel to each other, in partnership, in tandem, leading to a pot of gold. That's being balanced. That's being balanced. So this focus was probably more of ego, like mind focus, where you were doing what you were doing because it was what you knew best to do. Maybe you went to school for it and you were a finance, somebody who was financially, business oriented, some kind of business degree, banker or something. whatever it was that it was important to you to make money, whether you actually did it through your own hard work or you just were, you fell into situations where money was available for you. And you were able to take advantage of those things, which I'm not saying is bad, just that they came to you on a platter and you're going to take it, of course. It's silly not to. But all the while you were being married and focusing on that, there was this lady in your life. She was kind of like floating around. Yeah, in your mind, in your environment, whether that's actually in your near environment or just in the world environment. But dog, far away, somebody, a distant friend is thinking about you, and that's her. She's been thinking about you. Look, she's waiting, isn't she? And she's waiting. She's been waiting for you. But you put a nail in the coffin by really just remaining focused here, allowing your heart to just kind of be wagging around up here in fifth dimension, going, hey, remember me. I'm your heart, and I have a desire, and the desire is named Queen of Cups. I have a desire, and you're going, no, I'm not listening to you. No, this is no good for me because I'm married to somebody else and I have a focus on making money, and it's more important to me than all this business with the heart desire stuff. My desire is to be here doing this. So you just be quiet now. You just be quiet now. No, your heart wouldn't do that. But you just be quiet now, and your heart saying, okay, I'll just wait. One day you're going to want to talk to me. I'll just wait. That's what hearts do. That's what souls do. We wait. That's what souls do. Souls wait quietly wait with patience and love the whole time. Even though you're saying, like, go away, leave me alone, your heart still says, I love you. Yep, I love you. I love you, and I love grapes. Yep, that's what your heart's saying. I love you, and I love grapes. But I love you more than I love grapes. I promise you. Okay, so present day now. Now that we got that cleared up, we got you have had some confusing, a conundrum of a time. You have feeling like you put too many nails in the coffin at the time, over this time that you were like this. Okay, you were too many nails to the point where oh hell, I think I got too many nails in the coffin. Now I can never revive this relationship with her. I think I've lost her because I put one too many nails in the coffin. You know what that expression is, right? One too many nails in the coffin. The last nail in the coffin is kind of like the same expression as a last straw on the camel's back, and it broke the camel's back because it was too heavy. Put one too many nails in the coffin, and that whole relationship, that whole idea of a connection with this one is going underground, or at least in a tomb. Underground or in a tomb, never to be seen again. But that's not true, because we can go into tombs, and we can dig them up too, by the way. And don't they often dig them up when it comes to especially if someone was murdered, a murder case, they exhume the body. Yes. So moving into present day, you have been dealing with the troubles of your past in a way where you're saying, I can't, all this, I took a risk, okay? I took a risk. I was cunning, sneaky, and devious, okay? I took a risk. And the risk was really high because as a result of being like in the sneaky, toxic kind of energy back here in the day. This is what you're trying to release, by the way, cleaning up. right now, because you're able to see, and this is the great part about this, you're able to see how that sneaky was risky, because not only did you end up putting one too many nails in the coffin here, ending a connection with this beautiful Queen of Cups, you also put your abundance, your prosperity, your heavenly abundance inheritance that I talked about in great length yesterday, your heavenly inheritance, and your manifesting inheritance, your actual money, your own storehouse, bank accounts of money, at risk, at great risk, being sneaky, toxic, because you attracted somebody who wanted to come into your hen house and be your hen, okay? Be your hen, and come across as though they're very, very well-grounded. They knew exactly what to do. They were born to do this, right? They know how to go in and take advantage of a situation that's going to be fruitful to them, and you know, obviously you as a couple and your family, right? They know how to do the work. They know what to do. But however, their way of doing things was a little bit too toxic. Like they were too cunning, too deceiving, too cunning, too deceiving, and you know, going into the hen house too many times. That's what I'm saying. This fox, being the person that you were coupled with back then in the past, would often visit the hen house a few times a day. Okay, so then it was like what it was doing. It was actually whittling away your hen population. Correct? She was going in too much, too often, and taking more than she needed, which may put your abundance at risk of being like liquidated, because she was just being greedy, right, at this point in time. And you're realizing that maybe she was also going into another person's hen house. Okay, right. And you know, that would be their bed, another person's bed. That with all this toxic behavior, if you have somebody who was cheating on you, it may not be, but at least it was something that's, their behavior was just risque. It was risque. It was not the type of behavior that you felt comfortable around, and you were growing and developing as a more above board person, doing things the right way, like at least thinking about doing it the right way, whether or not it transpired as that, but you were having something's being, someone, a friend or she was going to present an idea to you, and it would seem maybe risque, right? That possibly it's not necessarily the right way to go about it. You're going to say, well, you know, you leave that with me. I need to think about it. And then when you start thinking about it, you're thinking to yourself, I can't do that. I can't do that. If I do that, you know, just more karma, right? More karma. So you have been developing over time with this. You've been growing with dealing with a person who has been sneaky like you were when you met them. Okay, you were of that mindset too. You're gambling with your happiness, with your abundance and prosperity. Is that not your happiness? That I said yesterday with that Treasure Island one, and the girl card was here, or the woman card. I pulled the two of them together, pretend that's it. And I said, is this not your Treasure Island, you know, to the collective? Because that's what we were talking about. It's the collective moving towards the one that they have in their heart. So somebody's been working behind the scenes, someone working against you behind your back, and that would be this one right here, because you attracted. It's a law of attraction after all. It's a universal law of attraction. I think there's like 9 or 12, I don't even know, but there's a lot of universal laws, but one of them is the law of attraction. And it is what, like, you will draw upon onto yourself that which you are like. So if you drew somebody like this to you, that means that you were like that as well at one time in the past. Okay, but you're coming out of that. You're developing over time. You're aging well. You're transforming. You know, you are leveling up in you're actually, because of this lady here. This lady, you meeting her could have been the best thing that ever happened in your entire life. Because, besides your kids, right? But because you chose not to commit to her after meeting her, and she had to go on her way. She's always been in your mind, on your mind, and always like have good feelings about her. Good feelings that made you feel like that's how I want to feel in my love relationships. That's what you were, that's kind of the sense of what that feeling says, is that's how I want it in my relationship with whoever it was you were, committed to back then. That's what I want. But, you couldn't have it with her. And you probably told yourself, well, she's probably just like that just because we met. But she's likely, no better than my own partner that I have now if we were together and spent any time together. Well, it turns out as time goes by and these memories of her aging with you, and you start having more favorable beliefs. Possibly you're watching her online and you're seeing how, she looks like she's got her act together. She's in love and she's loving, she's still her, but maybe even better. Yeah, maybe even better. Just keep an eye on her from afar over time is making you think she's the kind of person you'd like to meet. In other words, if you hadn't met her already, she would be the kind of woman you'd like to meet, that you might be interested and attracted to. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, you've been in lack-mindedness since this whole sneaky toxic energy. But through all of this, you've seen the error of your ways, the Sun card. You've seen the error of your ways, and you've seen how this one has been hitting your pocketbook, hitting you up all the time, keeping you feeling in lack-mindedness, feeling lack, because this one here is she's a lack-minded person as well, and so the more the merrier. The more she can obtain with money, or more money, the more she's going to feel more powerful. But at the same time, it comes, and that feeling comes and it goes so fast that you move on to the next big thing. Right? I've been there. I know what that feels like. If you're feeling empty inside, not emotionally fulfilled, you'll pull out your credit card, and then it'll go on to the other credit card, and then you'll ask for a line of credit. And then you might have to put your house up for a second mortgage, and you'll be driving an old beat up beater. That's what happens when you are emotionally lacking that emotional fulfillment. You start looking for it through retail therapy. I know it myself. I do. It's not easy. So let's move on to the near future with the fireworks. This is passion, chemistry, lust, desire, kiss. Yeah. It looks like what we're looking at here, when I give this more thought, is that you are becoming more discerning. Because this card here tells me that you're going to be discerning in the sense that you're very well aware of what got you into trouble in the first place with this one. And because you stepped out on your marriage and met this one, it was all about lust and sex, right? Lust and sex. It was all about that, but it didn't turn out that way because this person was different than what you expected to meet. So, but the person that you went to or either went back to or moved on to after this it wasn't anyone like this one. It was about the chemistry between the passion and the lust and the desire, the sexual desire, that sexual attraction. In other words, what I'm trying to say, you were impulsive and reckless. You moved towards somebody too soon without being able to really see them. It was a lot of hot sex, yes, and it was great, but it turned out to be, toxic. That relationship was toxic. You've lost a lot. And this came fast. This came fast, that you were losing a lot. You lost this one, so you think you have, okay? Like I said, the body can be exhumed. And we can go into tombs and look at sarcophaguses. Yeah. So the idea here is for you to slow it down so that you don't, because this is fast energy. This messenger, this fast energy. The idea here is for you, and this might be what you're doing. It's on your mind in the near future, is that you're going to be slowing things down. Sure, we all want the fireworks. We do. But we want happiness. We want to be able to celebrate with those fireworks then and continue to celebrate a connection or a reconnection with somebody. You got to slow things down so that you don't end up losing out on something. Let me see here. I said I was going to pull this out. Number 23 is the mice card, and it says, you don't want me in your house. You don't want me in your blouse. I bring loss, I bring theft, and with destruction and decay. I am your stress and anxiety. I am the worry in society. I'm your nuisance, I'm your pest. I bring sickness in your nest. These mice are completely happy with their work. They love doing what they do, okay? But it's going to go against something that you don't want to lose. They are busy nibbling at cloth and fruit and bread. They appear to have no regard for ownership and are rapidly gnawing away while no one is looking. These mice are symbolic of loss, either a gradual whittling away of one's savings, combined with the fish, or an actual theft. Their presence brings into the reading a bite-sized effect, something happening in little chunks. That is not to say it's not a powerful card. Those mice may be delightful, but not when found in your own kitchen. Yeah, so this is a loss, in emotional sense. You've lost something, but it could be a loss of your abundance. Like I said, your abundance has been getting whittled away. She's like 10 of Pentacles is the largest amount of pentacles, and that's huge wealth, okay, in the tarot. You're left with, being a King of Pentacles, you're a wealthy man, but you were left with 5 pentacles after living with this one and possibly getting divorced from her. There's nothing here that says you're getting divorced at all. Doesn't. It just says that you need to, you're going to be doing things a lot more, less impulsive, more thought out, like a Knight of Pentacles kind of person. But you're going to be researching, like seeking out information that will help you, that when you meet the next person, collective, when you meet the next person, if it's not this one here, you're going to make sure you're not just going to jump into something and go from there, hope for the best, right? You are leveled up. You're a king now, collective. You have a lot of not only are you partnering with your heart now at the 5D level. When it comes to love in particular, right? You are actually quite grounded in the sense that you're not just floating around in the ether. It's like la la la, everything's great, everything. This blonde-headed chick, or this chick, she looks great, she's hot and sexy. I can have, we're gonna have a lot of hot sex if we get married. I don't know, but this says here you're single. Okay, so you're single and you're ready to mingle. So you want to make sure that whoever you're mingling with or whoever you're going back to is somebody that you need to, do a little research on to make sure that this doesn't all go wrong like it did in the past for you, that you don't end up losing big time again because you moved in too fast. You took it too fast. You want to go slow. You do. You really, really do. You want to go slow. That's important. Okay, guys. So let's have a look at, because this really is not talking much about who you'd like to have in your life. Again, if it's somebody that you're returning to. So let's find out. You have a question? Let's ask the angels for an answer. Okay? How do you like that? With the angels answer deck here. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, spirit guides. Yes, 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 yes. And the collective spirit guides and angels. What would you like to say about this reading? Any advice and answers, please? Yes, they'd like to say yes. This one doesn't have the exclamation mark on it. So it's just like yes. Yes, yes, what? Yes, do your research, whether it's her or anyone else, since you're independent now. 9 of Cups. In the near future, you're independent. I should clarify that. You may not be just yet here, because she's still a bit, maybe, hanging off your tail, trying to take as much and being as difficult as she can be in your life, because she doesn't want you to be happy. Especially if she knows you're leaving her and maybe going back to somebody else. Yeah, so in the near future, though, you're going to be single and you're going to be well crowned. You got the crown here with the lilies. You've got the divine informing your thoughts and your decision making now in the near future because of the cleaning up that you're doing here. Okay? All right, so that's a yes. Then we have, then it's up to you to keep doing the work on yourself, cleaning up, because the divine can only speak softly, that still small voice within you. If you're not listening, then you're not going to hear it. Okay, and then ask for help from others if you need to. That's what you need to do. Ask for help if you need more help with cleaning up. You could talk to a friend of yours, for example, and say, hey, is there anything about me, like maybe I have certain beliefs that you're kind of like going, because you're not going to say anything to me because it's not that important, but I'm asking you now, is it that it's important to me that you tell me, is there anything that you hear me say that you think that maybe I should change my mind about that? Yeah. Okay. Or ask for help from a counselor. Communicate your desires or your needs clearly. Communicate clearly. That's especially if you're going to get reconnected with her. Okay. Last one, guys. And remain positive. So, did we answer your question? If so, I would love to hear about it in the comments. But until then, until next week, I will be here on Monday, even though it's President Day in the U.S. I will do a reading. So take care of yourself until then. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.